Welcome to C News, the channel that's more electrifying than your morning coffee, more captivating than that one episode you've been binge watching all weekend, and definitely more exciting than your inbox full of unread emails. If you're looking for a news source that doesn't just give you the facts, but makes them shine with wit, flair, and just the right amount of spice, then congratulations, my friend. You're in the right place. We're not just here to deliver headlines. We're here to take you on a journey. A journey where the stories are fresh, the coverage is sharp, and the personalities, well, they're pretty much as charming as a cat in a bow tie. So, why stick to the same old stale news? Step into the world of C News, where the information flows faster than the latest viral TikTok challenge, and the analysis is as in-depth as your search history. Don't worry, we won't judge. The world had eagerly awaited the grand spectacle that would set the stage for the 2025 Invictus Games. Held in the vibrant city of Toronto, Canada, the event was poised to be a celebration of courage, strength, and resilience. Athletes from across the globe, many of whom had faced tremendous physical and emotional hardships, gathered to showcase their indomitable spirit. The opening ceremony, however, promised to be more than just a traditional welcoming of athletes. It was set to be an experience that would blend the emotional depth of these games with the sheer power of music, storytelling, and culture. As the stadium lights began to dim and the crowd hushed, the anticipation reached a fever pitch. The opening ceremony was designed to embrace both the trials faced by the athletes and the triumphs that lay ahead. The air was filled with excitement, but also a deep sense of reverence for the journey each person had endured to reach this moment. The buzz was unmistakable, for no one knew exactly what the night had in store, except for one certainty: Katy Perry was set to headline this unforgettable event. Katy Perry's involvement in the Invictus Games was nothing short of symbolic. Known for her empowering songs, her vibrant personality, and her massive global reach, Katy had long been a figure associated with personal growth, resilience, and inclusivity. She had made her mark on the music world with her anthems of joy and celebration, and now, she was preparing to bring that energy to a stage that would be a testament to human strength and tenacity. The stadium lights were extinguished, leaving only the flicker of distant lights from across the crowd. Then, the haunting notes of an orchestra began to play. As the strings crescendoed, a massive, illuminated structure rose from the center of the arena, revealing a symbolic phoenix, its wings spanning across the night sky. This was the symbol of the Invictus Games, the phoenix rising from the ashes, reborn and stronger. As the music swelled, the audience stood in reverence. On the vast screens surrounding the arena, an emotional montage played. Athletes who had faced insurmountable odds, soldiers who had survived the worst, individuals who had overcome adversity, all of them grinning, cheering, or reaching out to one another in solidarity. The crowd was moved to tears, a collective understanding sweeping over the thousands present, as they realized they were witnessing something truly extraordinary. Then, in a wave of light, Katy Perry appeared on stage. Dressed in an ensemble that sparkled like the stars themselves, her silhouette against the backdrop of the rising phoenix symbolized the connection between music and the human spirit. The crowd erupted in applause. For Katy, this was a moment of deep personal significance. The Invictus Games had always held a special place in her heart: her connection to the military, her work with veterans and their families, and her personal belief in the power of resilience. As she looked out across the sea of faces, she saw not just athletes, but warriors, individuals who had overcome the darkest days to step into the light. And now, as she prepared to sing, she felt the weight of her role. She was more than a performer tonight. She was part of something larger, something that celebrated the unbreakable will of the human spirit. The music shifted, the familiar chords of firework filling the air. The crowd cheered even louder, a palpable surge of energy rippling through the stadium. The arena became a kaleidoscope of lights, with fireworks erupting in the sky above, reflecting the vibrant colors of the Canadian flag. When you subscribe to C News, you're not just gaining access to our channel, you're also joining a vibrant community of like-minded news junkies, witty banter lovers, and those who just enjoy the occasional good debate. We'll keep you informed, entertained, and yes, occasionally laughing out loud. It's the kind of news that'll make you say, "I can't believe I missed this yesterday." Katy's voice soared, powerful and clear, as she belted out the opening lines. But it was not just her singing that electrified the crowd. It was the profound connection she forged with each individual in the audience. Every note she sang resonated with those athletes who had pushed beyond their limits. Every lyric spoke directly to their journey of overcoming personal battles, of rising against the odds. The stadium pulsed with life, every corner illuminated by the excitement and joy of the athletes and spectators. In that moment, it felt as though the very fabric of the stadium was alive with emotion. It was not merely a concert. It was a shared experience of triumph. The lights dimmed once again as Katy Perry's performance came to an emotional crescendo, and she transitioned into her next iconic anthem, Roar. The beat was infectious, the rhythm impossible to resist. As the song reverberated through the speakers, the crowd was on their feet, clapping, chanting, and dancing. The energy in the air was electric. For the athletes, this was more than a song, it was a soundtrack to their lives. They were roaring, through the pain, the struggles, and the fears they had faced. They had found the voices in the midst of their hardships, and they were ready to be heard. Katy Perry's voice blended with theirs, a harmonious anthem of victory that transcended the arena. The visuals on the massive screens shifted to depict a journey of healing, a visual representation of the athletes' stories, highlighting the determination and courage. Clips of soldiers returning home, veterans training, individuals participating in rehabilitation programs, and families cheering their loved ones on flashed by in rapid succession. Each image was a testament to the will to persevere, to heal, and to push forward. For those in the audience who were familiar with the Invictus Games, it wasn't just the spectacle of Katy Perry's performance that left them spellbound, it was the overwhelming sense of community. The opening ceremony was not just a celebration of physical strength, but of the bonds that unite us all as human beings. It was a reminder that the Games were about more than competition. They were about supporting one another and finding hope even in the darkest of times. As Katy Perry continued her electrifying performance, she was joined by a choir of veterans, their voices harmonizing with hers in a beautiful show of unity. The combination of music and the stories of strength created an experience unlike any other. The performance was not simply about putting on a great show, it was about standing together, supporting each other, and, most importantly, celebrating the human spirit. As the night wore on, the atmosphere continued to build. Katy Perry, ever the professional, gave everything she had, pouring her energy, her heart, and her soul into every song, every note, every moment. As the final chords of her performance echoed through the stadium, the crowd was left in awe, but even as the final notes faded, the feeling of unity and triumph lingered in the air. This wasn't just a performance, it was a testament to the enduring power of hope, of recovery, and of the fierce, unwavering determination that resides in the hearts of all. For the athletes of the Invictus Games, this night would be one they would never forget. It wasn't just about the gold medals or the victories. They had already won in the truest sense, by showing up, by refusing to give up, and by celebrating the strength within themselves and in each other. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button now and let's make your daily news routine not just informative, but fun. Thank you for considering C News as your go-to source for all things current, clever, and definitely never boring. Join the conversation, be part of the excitement, and let's stay ahead of the curve together. Because at C News, we don't just report the news, we make it unforgettable. Katy Perry had delivered more than a concert, she had delivered an experience that would forever be etched into the hearts of everyone who witnessed it. The Invictus Games had only just begun, but the opening ceremony was a promise of the incredible journey ahead. It was a reminder that no matter the obstacles we face, we all have the power to rise, to roar, and to shine. See you on the other side of that subscribe button.